Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be predicting all fights on the UFC 311 card. We're just going to get straight into it. Starting off with the first fight on the card we have is Beck versus Clayton Carpenter. I'm going to go with Beck. The odds suggest this as well. He should be the favourite. He is likely to beat Clayton Carpenter. The way Clayton only wins is against short, stocky fighters. Like, Clayton has a very good takedowns, but I just think it's hard to do them onto gear or getting his submission off. So I think it's going to be a close fight. I don't see De Geer spending a lot of time on the bottom position. And I think if he doesn't, I think he'll have a little bit better at range on the feet than Clayton Carpenter. And he has equally skill, and he has the same skill for grappling as well. So it's a close fight, but I just think De Geer will do more at range on the feet to do more damage on De Geer's part. So I got De Geer by a decision. And yeah, what a good fight to start off UFC 311. The next fight on the card we have is Torres versus Bernardo Saage. Bernardo Saage is going to be my pick for this fight. Here, I think he beats Torres. I don't really need to explain myself on why I'm picking Torres, and why I'm not picking Torres. I just don't rate him as a fighter. Like his mentality, I liked his sort of personality he had on The Ultimate Fighter, but I mean, the performances he has since then have sorted out gritted or his will to win. His performance against Amin Zahabi, he legitimately tried to rob Amin of a decision by flicking limbs at him with no intention of landing them. He landed 27 out of 235 strikes, which is an 11% accuracy rate. That's why I just don't rate him. Like his mindset or his will to win, or his grit that he has. But I'm going with Bernardo Saage. He took on Vinicius Oliveira on a short notice fight on his debut, and he was doing good against him. Like, he won the first round, and then he was winning the second, but then Oliveira got him with that nasty knockout. But I'm going to go with Bernardo Saage by a decision with this, and yeah, looking forward to this fight as well. Our next fight on the card we have is Reena Nakamura versus Gafarov. For me, I'm going to go with Reena Nakamura. He has great wrestling credentials. We see that in his fights as well, but their end goal is not to get a rear naked choke on someone and make someone tap. What they end up doing, where they get to the position where they start to reset their wrestling exchange, where they will dominate a guy, and then they'll just start working on a takedown again. In MMA, we are looking for damage. We are looking for dominant positions. Gafarov is fat and terrible, so I'm going to go with Reena Nakamura. I think he will come in good form. The Carlos Vera performance wasn't one of his best performances I've seen, so I'm a bit scared that Gafarov could beat him, but I just think Nakamura will win. His stand-up is very good. He has a lot of pop on the feet, and I think that's going to be the big difference maker, so I got Nakamura by a decision. Our next fight on the card, we have Rosa versus Alen Perez. Now, Alen Perez makes a decent argument and makes it after every fight, but Rosa is better than her in MMA. She's great takedown defense. She has the ability to get back up to her feet. She has the ability to strike without looking like a 12-year-old, but I think Carol is just very sturdy, strong. She doesn't really get bulldozed on grappling often, as far as I'm aware. She's got nasty striking. She's got good takedown defense. She fought with Elana to a decision where she completely outstuck her, but lost to a decision because she got hit with slightly heavier shots. But she outlanded her 204 to 145. So that's saying something. Like, Carol has fought with some of the top competition. Like, she isn't like a walkover. Like, she had a close fight with Norma Dumont as well. So I'm gonna side with Rosa here. I just think it's the next step in Alen Perez's career, where she fights a female MMA fighter who is good at MMA, and that's the difference here. Alen Perez doesn't fight, good enough competition. Rosa is a not a walkover, like I said. She's very good. So I think I'm going to go there. Because of Alen Perez's last performances, going against weaker opponents, and Rosa going just top-heavy opponents, the top of the competition, I think I have to go with Rosa here by decision. Next fight on the card, we have Grant Dawson versus Diego Ferreira. I'm going to go with Diego Ferreira here, which is very surprising since he is the underdog in this fight. Grant Dawson is reliant on grappling. He needs to grapple. I have seen Diego scramble like a madman against some of the best grapplers in the lightweight division. Gamrot springs to mind. Dariush springs to mind. He does not accept bottom position. He was kind of got a mid-fraud check against Gamrot when Gamrot hit him with that sneaky knee to the side of the rib that ended up breaking one of the lower ribs. But I am going to go with Diego Ferreira here. The power in his hands, nasty knockout ability. He has some momentum right now. Like if he wins this and he could get onto some ranked opponents soon. Like he fraud checked Rebecca, slipped Michael Johnson out cold. What can't this guy do? Of Diego Ferreira. He's on his way to fraud checking Gamrot. He was up 36-25 on strikes. Gamrot couldn't establish dominance with the grappling, so I am going to go with Diego Ferreira by decision with this fight. Next fight on the card, this was a last-minute fight. Zack Reese versus Asma and Bekov. This fight, it's a short-notice fight, like I said. I really don't care about this fight. It doesn't intrigue me, so quick fire prediction. I got Asma and Bekov winning here by decision. He just looks like a winner, and that's really about it. I don't care about this fight. Unfortunately, it was a last-minute fight. I couldn't care less. Next fight we have is Jailton Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. I'm going to go Jailton Almeida here by decision. I think his last fights were very good, like against Alexander Romanov. He lost to Curtis Blades and he beat Derek Lewis. He got a 21-3 record, which is very good. And he's fighting against Sergey Spivak, who just had a win over Marcin Tybura, thank God, because I don't like Tybura. And he lost to Cyril Gahn, beat Derek Lewis with a 17-4 record. I think this is going to be a close matchup to see this fight. It's going to go. I see this fight going to the ground because both of these guys are great grapplers. But yes, nice add to the card. For me, I'm going to go, like I said, with Jailton Almeida by decision. Next up, we have Peyton Tabit versus Renato. Is it Rony Barboza? For me, I got Peyton Tabit by knockout round 1. I really have no idea what Peyton is made of. He has amazing knockout power. He has 8 KOs and 1 sub, so he's 9-0. His last 2 fights are KO by early rounds, so I have a very good feeling about my pick here. But I don't get me wrong, Rony Barboza is a very good fighter here. He beat Sid Nurmagomedov, which Sid is a hard opponent to beat, but he has lost to Kyler Phillips and Umar Nurmagomedov. I just think Peyton Tabit is a nice up-and-comer, and beating Rony will be nice on his record, so yes, give me Peyton Tabit by knockout round 1. Next fight on the card, we have Bogdan Gusov versus Billy Elana. This is another late add to the card. It was supposed to be Johnny Walker versus Bogdan Gusov, but Johnny Walker got injured. So now it's Bogdan Gusov versus Billy Elana, who Billy is a PFL fighter, and to be honest, I think Bogdan Gusov will win by knockout here in round 2. But this looks interesting to watch, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm not too fond on both these fighters, so I'm definitely going to keep a close eye onto this to really get an understanding on what these fighters can do. And looking forward to this one. Now onto the main card. Starting off with Kevin Holland versus Rene De Ryder. I'm going to go with Rene De Ryder here. As soon as Kevin Holland gets taken down, he's an absolute fish out of water. Well, sometimes he is literally a dead fish. Sometimes when taken down against Khamzat Chimaev, it was like, okay, he's actually trying to stuff takedowns here. But opponents, he's been out-grappled like Derek Brunson. He trusted himself on the bottom position a little more, which is why he sort of allowed it to happen. Kevin Holland is just a weird fighter. He had the fight against Roman Dolidze, of course. and he's already back after that broken rib. Wait, that shattered rib. He had nearly punched him in his lung. From the start of October, that was it. That was when the Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland fight was. So that's 3 months off. So yeah, it doesn't look good for Kevin Holland. So I got Renato here by submission round 2. I know Kevin Holland got a great win against Michael Oz. I can't even fucking remember his from UFC 3. It was on the Dustin Poirier Islam versus Poirier card, I'm pretty sure. But he had a good one over there. Then lost to Roman Dolidze, which I knew he would. And with this fight, it's not looking too good for him. So I got Renato here by submission round 2. Next up, we got Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. I'm going to go with Renato Moicano here. I think Dariush has just had it. Not because he had his injury with his leg, and since then, after coming back, he was on a crazy run where he beat Gamrot, to be honest. I think that was a weakened version of Gamrot. I mean, he won that fight, he got out-scrambled him, and then Renato Moicano is good on the feet. I think the way Dariush strike, the strikes are fair enough. I don't see Moicano taking him down and bulldozing him on the ground. I think he will be out-scrambled or scrambled to a level where he can't dominate in those positions. I can see Dariush turning his back, going for a spinning back fist, and Moicano immediately gets to his back. I'm picking Moicano because the last 2 performances against Dariush was him getting smoked. He has also been out of fighting for a year and a month when he is 35 years old. But that's the same age as Renato Moicano. There we go. On the top position for the moment, but I just think he's too old. I can't look at Beneil Dariush and think he can beat Manny Moicano right now. Moicano's 2024, he beat Dober, Turner, and Benoit Saint-Denis, and now he's getting back again. I do worry about the shoulder. I don't see Moicano finishing Dariush, so I do have Moicano by a very close decision of a 29-28 here against Dariush. So Renato Moicano is my pick. Next up, we got Yuri Prochazka versus Jamal Hill. I'm going to go with Jamal Hill by KO in the first round. I know this sucks to pick, but I mean, Yuri didn't defend himself in the striking. And when a guy like that does that, it's not the best. This is a 3-rounder, so I see it go in the Jamal Hill's favour, because Yuri just takes time to get into a fight, which he could catch Jamal early. But I just think Yuri is too open, especially for Jamal's sneaky lead hand with his lead hook. I just think Jamal Hill will win. He has something to prove, and is going to take that into the fight with him. And I think he is going to catch Yuri with a left hook. He's got good boxing standing, good boxing control. His understanding of the range for boxing is very good. So I think he will catch Yuri coming, and Yuri just does a lot of slipping in the inside and dipping into the inside, so that wouldn't really go in his favour. It would more go into Jamal Hill's favour, so I do have Jamal Hill here by a lead left hook in the first round KO. Unfortunately, but I love Yuri, so I can't really hate him, but yeah, Jamal Hill's a pick. Next up, we got Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov for the bantamweight title. I got Umar Nurmagomedov here. There is literally no chance of happiness on any side of whoever wins. I just think Umar is better at striking than Merab. He's more dynamic. He has more finishing potential on the feet. Merab got a fucking fraud checked by Frankie Saenz a couple of years ago before he hopped on EPO. Just to run back into a fucking brick wall that is Frankie Saenz, but bulldozed through PDR in 5 rounds straight, who changed Merab's. So basically, he got fraud checked against Frankie Saenz, who, if you don't know Frankie Saenz, he's fucking shit. And then he basically got hit by a fucking brick wall against him, and then basically just destroyed PDR in 5 rounds straight. What, did he start going for a jog or something to try and, get his stamina up? I don't fucking know. But, yeah, like, even Ricky Simone Merab got problems with Ricky Simone in the first few rounds. Like, but yeah, it's annoying. But I also think, Umar's the pick for me. I think Umar's wrestling is better than Merab's. But I mean, Umar trains with the Duggies, so of course that's the case. But yeah, whoever wins this, I couldn't care less. They are boring grapplers, and that's mostly all they fucking do. But yeah, Umar Nurmagomedov by decision and new bantamweight champion. Now onto the main event. We got Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan for the lightweight title. Yeah, I got Islam Makhachev here in this fight. Like, there are ways I can see Islam winning, and winning is him offensively wrestling because he is the best at that, and then also try and also keep the fight on the feet to break Arman Tsarukyan down. And for Arman's ways to win is not to be afraid of offensive wrestling. Know that you can match him everywhere and put him on a dogfight. But yeah, I think Islam is winning here by decision. I don't see Islam knocking Arman out, as much as that would be amazing to see. I just think this would be a close matchup and going all 5 rounds and put on a dogfight for the main event, because you want people to be invested into this. But for the love of God, I am being honest, who the fuck can actually beat Islam Makhachev? Like, he's been through Volk, Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, and beat them all. Like, what the fuck is this guy made of? But yes, Islam Makhachev is the pick. He is going to win by decision. And that is it. Thank you for watching all UFC 311 predictions. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned to my recap of this event. And yeah, take care. Peace.